pleased to be here with our Employee of the Week in our Environmental Health section here. I'm going to start with the little cliche of good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bug bite, but that's what Ms. Taylor here was able to do for our community. So we recognize Melissa Taylor for her perseverance and commitment she displayed in resolving a bed bug infestation inside a group home for low-income seniors, requiring an elevated level of care. Melissa is an environmental health technician for the Urban Biology Division. I was able to tour this facility earlier this year, and it still stays with me. They've got quite a few interesting labs out there. So part of her normal job duties are enforcement of the insect and rodent control ordinance. But in this instance, Melissa went way above and beyond the call of duty and followed through on some concerning situations that we had out there. She verified that her department had jurisdiction to oversee the treatment and got to work. She worked closely with the property management group from the senior home center and the complainant and the pest control company to resolve the issue. Once she received written clearance of the facility from the pest control company, she didn't just take that for the word. She actually went out and verified it herself and did an on-site inspection, which was a good thing she did, because the company had not done an adequate enough job to protect our citizens. So she went above and beyond her duty again. She continued with those property owners and conducted further inspections 3 times over the next 8-month period. So this is not an issue where we get a 311 call and we can check it off and we can move on to our other duties as assigned and think we did a good job. Melissa made sure she followed up more than 3 times over 8-month period to make sure that this home was in a good condition for our seniors. She stayed involved in the process the whole time, reassuring the individuals that were really ridden with anxiety, again, seniors who were desperate for attention and need of care. She frequently took time to provide them with resources and explain what was expected as the case progressed, and her ability and willingness to address the emotional anxiety of the parties involved, as well as her high level of ownership and commitment to resolving the case, is what has earned her our Employee of the Week for this term. So with that, Melissa, we want to give you a round of applause first. Congratulations. I want to give some kudos to her acting director today, too. Mr. DeMena has done a wonderful job for the city of Albuquerque. One, on protecting all of our interests and having employees like Melissa that really do care for our citizens, but 2, doing it in a sensitive way where we're not shutting down people's homes and residences and businesses, but we're doing it in a way that they know what to expect before we even get there. So compliance on all levels of work around the city of Albuquerque has really risen under Mr. DeMena, so Dr. DeMena. So thank you very much, Mark. But with that, I don't know if you want to have some words for your staff, or we just have Melissa talk. Whatever you like. Your call. Mark, why don't you come on, talk about the program a little bit and what Melissa's role is.
Just like you heard Mike say, Melissa deals with bed bug complaints on a daily basis, and this is really just as unpleasant as it sounds. Her and Dr. Smith, her boss, are out in some of these situations that you wouldn't want to be in if you didn't have to be. Seeing bed bugs creepy crawling around people's furniture and that type of thing is hard for the people that they're helping. They have to be very sensitive to it, very dedicated to it. And I think this is very much appreciated recognition. This is something Melissa does every day, and we couldn't be more proud of the work that Urban Biology does. The whole bed bug situation has kind of taken a turn for the worse over the last 10 years or so, and these guys have been at the forefront of developing the programs that are helping citizens manage those issues. So we're really proud of them. We think it's a tough job, and we're happy they're doing it.
Very good. Melissa, a few words? Come on.
I just want to say thank you so much for the recognition. It's very much appreciated and encouraging moving forward, and we're just very happy that we could help in a situation like this and get people the help that they needed. So thank you.
Thank you. Very well done. Do you want to hand these out now? So in recognition of your efforts, we've got a letter that will go in your permanent file that anyone from here on out will know what a great employee you were and how you were recognized this week. So there's a letter for you and a certificate that announces you as an Employee of the Week that you can hang in your office or whatever you want. And also, now that it's safe to drink coffee around the city of Albuquerque, with the city of Albuquerque seal, we've got one of our coffee cups for you.
Awesome. Thank you
There
so
you
much.
go. There you are for that. All right.
Thank you.
All right. You do pictures now or later?
We can do it after.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much.
you.
Appreciate it. Next, as we do, we go through and we have our heroes of the week as well. And for a lot of us, we don't understand what it means to be in a position to be a hero. All of us, I think, believe that we would do the right thing when something was occurring in our neighborhood. Some of us don't have the ability to do that with either knowing CPR or knowing some of the type of cardiac arrest symptoms to look for when you see it in people, or stroke symptoms. But we have a section of our City of Albuquerque, our public safety department, that is above all other departments, I think, in the country. And they've been recognized so by other outside sources, and not us just saying this. And every week we're able to acknowledge either APD or AFD for items that they do as a part of their regular job that no one of us would want to ever be in a position that we had to do. So it's an honor to be here, to be able to represent that group and thank them for their efforts. But so if everyone that was involved with this one, if they could come up. We've got, we're recognizing firefighters and paramedics from a couple different groups: Engine 5, Ladder 5, and Rescue 9, and paramedics from the Albuquerque Ambulance Service today on this. And Chiefs, why don't you come up too? Thanks, guys. Again, this group of professionals we're able to, what we're looking for today, or what we're honoring them for today, is saving the life of a 3-year-old little girl, which I don't think anybody in this room or in our society would ever understand. When you're looking at a 3-year-old girl, what desperate emotions you would feel, and they just got right to work and saved her life. It's an amazing feat. On January 29th of this year, AFD firefighters and paramedics were dispatched on the call of a 3-year-old girl who was unconscious and not breathing. Crews found that she was in cardiac arrest from a bathtub drowning. And Ladder 5 was first on scene with Captain Lopez, who's unable to make it today, when he instructed his crew to move her to the living area, where the crew initiated CPR. The team administered oxygen and hooked her up to monitors to determine the status of her heart. At that point in time, they were unsuccessful in bringing the child back to consciousness. A couple minutes later, Rescue 9 arrived on scene and was assessing the child's situation when they had made the decision that she needed to be transported to UNMH. Albuquerque Ambulance Service took over and quickly rushed her to the hospital. While en route, they performed basic life support and advanced life support, which prolonged her life long enough to make it to the pediatric emergency department. The staff at UNMH worked tirelessly to regain her pulse, and after an initial grim prognosis, they were finally able to get a heartbeat. It is now 2 months later, and the little girl has made a full recovery. The teamwork and professional actions displayed by AFD and AAS saved this little girl's life. And it's for this reason that we're awarding them the Hero of the Week for this week, and just a huge round of applause for everything that. Chief, did you want to make the first statements? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rin. As you said, our guys and AAS, it was a teamwork, and when we respond to quite a few calls every day, and what usually happens is we get up, we go, we respond to the calls, but when it becomes a child, or when we hear it's a child, it becomes more urgent to us for some reason, and that's just because it's a young life that we hope that we can help and assist and save and have them live the rest of their lives. And as you stated, even though the child was down for quite some time, the guys went out and did their best and gave 110% to make sure that they were giving the child every possible chance it had to pull through. And it was, like it was mentioned before, it was a team effort, and I'd like to thank all the guys, AAS, our guys, and UNM Hospital for getting us out and having a good outcome for this child.
Thanks, Chief. Appreciate it. So, who were recognized today? I was remiss in not calling out their names, but from Engine 5 we have driver Paul Buck. We've got from Rescue 9 paramedic Lieutenant Jeremy Gonzalez, paramedic driver Matt Quintana, and then from Albuquerque Ambulance Services we have paramedic Mike Levine, intermediate Gonzo Olivas, and intermediate Gabriel Skold. So, did you guys want to make any statements? No,
it was
good.
It was a team effort. Everybody worked great.
Well, and that's what it's not a team effort from lack of effort, because it takes a lot of practice and a lot of working together and a lot of trust with these groups to be able to work together like that and know when each person has to take the responsibility. And this little girl has a lifelong of fun and happiness to thank you for it. So if we've got any questions for anybody on the group here, we can certainly be around. We're going to stick around for some pictures.
Yes.
Right? And we've got coins to hand out. Yes, thank you. Thanks, Alex.
Friday's Heroes, and I know some weren't able to attend today.
So what the mayor did when he first started this program is we have public safety coins for police, fire, and emergency management, and this is the mayor's Public Safety Heroes Award, and it's just a small token of appreciation for the group on any of our Friday's Heroes, and we'll hand out one of these to all involved. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. I think everyone's going to get it, right? Do we have enough for everybody, or am I handing out too many?
No, for the
Just there we go. Give me that.
Thank you.
There you are, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Appreciate you here.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Good work. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.